Now, if you guys have ever thought about freeing up your time by making real passive income, I'm gonna share with you the best way I know how. And that is through real estate investing, but maybe not what you actually think. I know a lot of people are on the online talking about how real estate rentals, are passive, and they can be, but not really, because realistically with rental property, you do have to manage the tenant. You do have to show the property. You do have to, handle maintenance. And even if you're not doing maintenance on your own, you do have to sub it out. Don't even get me started with the house fires that we've had that you just have to maintain and do. That makes it not so passive. When we're trying to get to passive income, that how can I generate income every single month on a consistent basis without me having to think about it, without me having to do anything? Maybe all I got to do is check just to make sure I got the deposit. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And with this strategy using real estate, it is called private lending. I know most people think that only banks do this, but you'll be very surprised. But there is a huge community of people who have funds or access to funds that set up these kinds of deals where they are using their money and then putting it to work in real estate assets with other people and then being able to get paid for it and are doing it correctly and properly. In this video, we're going to share with you why people lend on real estate assets. Let's get it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action on YouTube and Instagram. Every week we drop videos like this to help inform you on real estate and give you little nuggets that you can use inside of your market to help you dominate and create a real estate portfolio that can help you dominate and create the lifestyle that you want. Now, if for whatever reason you'd like to see more of this, join our free newsletter where I actually send out weekly tips to help you guys implement what we teach right here on the YouTube channel. Okay, so today I want to help you guys understand if, why, and how real estate is a great asset for you to invest in passively. Okay, and that's probably where we're going to start. Okay, why do people lend on real estate? It is truly passive as a private money person to lend inside of real estate. So me as the owner, so currently we have over 60 doors that we currently hold and own right now, not including our flips. Okay, but that ownership does come with a lot of responsibility. Responsibility will come in the form of making sure that I have to pay taxes every year, okay, on my 60 properties. That responsibility comes in the form of having to make sure my properties stay updated so I don't get the attention from the city. And when I, for some reason, don't focus on it, or get lost in traffic on that, then I'll start receiving fines from the city. I have to start meeting them and taking my time out of my day for that. And then I even have to monitor the people that I have in my properties. My insurance, one thing that's inside of my insurance is that somebody is going by my properties monthly to check on them to make sure that the properties are being kept up. And of course, if they're not being kept up, I have to do something about it. File an eviction, do some kind of notice or warning. A lot of the times I'll even have to tow abandoned cars off of my property. And so with the ownership of property, it doesn't necessarily make it passive. The part that makes private money passive is that you are guaranteed, money every single month. Me being the owner, I have to take care of the property. But you being the lender, that allows you the flexibility of not having to do all the responsibilities I have, but only checking your account and making sure you got paid that deposit on that particular day that you were supposed to get your deposit. That makes real estate, investing into private money notes very passive and truly passive. So the next benefit to private lending on real estate is that it's a real asset. Okay, now I've had opportunities to invest in different businesses and e-commerce and those kind of things, but it's no protection in those. I remember when I bought my first our Peterbilt 5-pack truck for our car hauling company that we have. Is no protection in that business. I spent $90,000 on a truck And if we made any money or not, that's kind of on me. There's no protection at all in that, other than I purchased a truck. With real estate, the protection is in that, in that title, in that ownership, of the property. And for private money lending is in that deed of trust. Now, real estate transactions have to be done through a real estate attorney in North Carolina. In some states, it might have to be done through a title company. But when the government forces us to do real estate transactions with an attorney, that leaves everyone with a clear hedge of protection. Okay, so that promissory note and deed of trust spells out what exactly the terms of the loans are. And that deed of trust, that mortgage, that piece of paper that's recorded at the courthouse, guarantees that you have to be, number one, in the insurance policy and notified, but also that owner can't do anything, can't sell the property or refinance it without you being involved. This allows the private money person to be in control, but not to bear the responsibilities of all those other things that are not essential to passive income. This makes real estate private money note investing very attractive for most people. Now, the way you can structure out that promissory note is to any imaginary possible. Now, what I typically pay is 10 to 14% for interest. And I structure that in a way where either if I'm doing a fix and flip property, then the note will cover the purchase of the property, the rehab of the property, and then give us at least 12 months to sell that property, and interest is compounded every single month until payoff time. So typically, if we're paying 10 or 14% for that, let's call it, $150,000, then at the time of payoff in 12 months or less, that $150,000 will be returned plus the interest at the day of closing on the time of sale. Literally, the attorney that's doing the sale paperwork will reach out to the private money person and request, hey, could you send us a payoff? And if you need one, we actually have payoff templates, and you literally write your payoff on there, and the attorney sends you a check. This is literally, it doesn't get any more passive than this. I actually love this kind of business. Now, believe it or not, I'll even be able to set up different relationships where some private money guys will want to sell their notes to each other to and from in case of a hardship, in case you need your money faster or something like that. So it's all kinds of protection. Now, if you like to get into one of our real estate deals by investing into one of our notes, all you got to do is simply send us an email at thisismetakingaction@gmail.com and simply reference this video, and we can sit down and talk about how much you like to invest, your goals for investing, and to fit you in one of the deals and projects that we have going on at the time. Look, remember, you don't need to know all three: time, money, and knowledge to do your first real estate deal. You just need to do you. Peace, y'all.